typical, when you get underneath the covers of these businesses, you bought them, the honeymoon is over and you're seeing the reality of what you bought. What are the typical operational improvements that are the lowest hanging fruit for you guys?
Um, they all start with the fact that we're investors first and foremost, and value investors. So you basically look at the business as revenues and expenses, right? And you ask yourself, am I optimizing my revenues? Am I optimizing my expenses? When you look at the revenue lines, um, the typical question you have to ask yourself is, do I have the right customers paying me? And am I charging them the right amount for the value that I'm delivering, right? And the answer here could be that you're charging the right amount, too much, or too little. And that's how you optimize it, right? Depending on what the answer is here.
So when you buy a business, what proportion of the time would you raise prices?
It's a high percentage, but never, ever without delivering way more in terms of value. So we'll never go see a customer and be like, this is us before acquisition, after it's 10% more. If we're going to charge 10% more, 20% more, 5% more, depending on what it is, it's going to be in exchange for something that has a tremendous amount of value for the customer, more than what we're increasing prices. This could be a different way to support them. This could be a different product. This could be in additional services. This could be in additional modules. I don't know how it could be. It really depends case by case, but it's never just arbitrary.
But there is that playbook for sure, because a lot of entrepreneurs, I mean, what I'm piecing together here is like less than 10% gross churn annually. I mean, these are sticky customers, right? The founder stitches an idea together from his or her basement, friends of friends, becomes like the hero in the local tiny little industry vertical. All of his buddies are customers, and he becomes hesitant to raise rates on them because they're like, oh no, but we've been doing business with Jane since 1986. No, I couldn't raise the price on Bob. I went to his kid's wedding. I mean, like there's that kind of mentality among these very small companies where they're part of the fabric of an industry, and it makes it very difficult to get fair price for what they're offering. Again, when you see churn of 2-3% a year, sounds like there's a lot more meat there to go after in terms of pricing. So I'm not surprised that a lot of times there's a price increase.
Yeah, but if you raise prices on Bob just because you can, there's a pretty good chance that Bob's going to be upset. But if you raise prices on Bob because you just acquired a business and you have an offshore development center that can modernize the software much quicker, right? Then Bob doesn't see it as a price increase, nor is it a price increase. It's almost like an upsell, right? Which is like, we're not changing who we are, but the product is better, and you should pay me more. Right?
Got it. So low hanging fruit. The first number you look at is revenue. Oftentimes it's like, let's build some more value here into the product so we could charge more revenue per customer.
Yeah.
What else? What's the second most common sort of area of low hanging fruit?